Hello, distinguished members. Once again, I welcome you to Constech Academy. We want to proceed with our lesson. Kindly subscribe if you are new to our channel. Thank you very much. So, we were working on the login form. So, this is what we have worked on. We didn't finish. So, just right click on it and go to design view. Now, let's work on this. Let's work on this. Let's give it a name. Okay. So just give it a name. I'll say LB close. LB close. That's the name I'll give to it. Okay. Then I'll go to event. And then I'll click on the three dots. At this point, I want to use a micro builder. I want to use a micro builder. I don't want to use a code builder. So let's use a micro builder. Now, when this button is clicked, when this label is clicked, what do I want to achieve? First of all, I want access to quit, access to close. So quit access. So quick access, you click on enter. And then after access click, I want to save everything. And then I want to add a message box. A message box. Let's leave it like that. It should be like that. So click on save and click on close. So immediately we click on this button, it will close the whole system. Now let's click here and go to the double click on this. So we were working on the login form. And we didn't finish. I have written some code, the code over here, so that I'll forward it to you so that it will make our work easier. I'll just explain it. So we are already here. So we just copy here and then I'll explain. I'll copy and edit. Okay. So I'll come here. Then I'll put it here. So Ctrl V to paste. So this is the code that we have copied. The first one is saying that if you click on the login form and the form the test username is empty or is null, then it should give this message box that username cannot be empty. And it should give a critical warning that username is what is required. It's required. Then you set the focus to the username test to the test box. And then put this one down. Okay, let me put it here. Okay, so and if me dot test user test password is also empty, if the password the test box which contain the password is also empty or is null, then it should also give this message: password cannot be empty. Then you see what? You should say what? Password is required. Then we are setting the focus to username. So put it at username. Edit it. Set username. So if these two criteria are not met, this should be the error message. Let's continue. I want to I've sent the codes to you on the WhatsApp platform. So this is the codes. You can easily edit it over here. Thank you. So we are going to copy this one. And paste it here. Now another condition. And if, else, if now we are going to use the, we have created a table that will store our password and username. Is that true? Let's go to that table. Let's close this. Close this. Let's come here. So we know we have created a table that contains the user name. This is the table that we have created. And we have given the name, username, and then password. So we are going to make reference to this. So whatever is being entered. So let me enter my login credential. Okay. The common username and admin is, and the password is 123, but it's not in every cases. Yeah, me most of the time when I develop my software, I don't use admin and username and 123. It's easy for people to guess. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm using that. So let me save it. Control S to save. So let's go back to our codes. So we are saying that else if it's now the username, which is the DLOOKUP, we should look for the DLOOKUP, grab the username, and that username is found in the TBL users. That's the name I've given to it. Look at it. TBL users. So if you use a different username, make sure you put that username there. So I'm saying that look out for the username, and this username is in the what? It's in the TBL. If it's empty, then tell that what? Username not found. Invalid username. So if the username from the TBL is admin and you didn't enter it on the test box, that's the username, and then the password, if you don't enter in their test box, you should give what? That feedback. Okay, so let me copy the last one for password. So Control C to copy, so that we can speed the process. So I'm going to paste it here. So the same thing that is explained over here. Okay, so if the username and the password located on the table is not matching, if it's not matching, it should what? Also bring what? An error message. Okay, it should bring what? An error message. I hope it's clear. So you have username and password. Okay, so let's add the last one. Then if these conditions are not met, if these conditions are met, it should close. The usual form should be closed, and then this form should be open. So I'll just copy it and then I'll explain. Okay, so we didn't create a dashboard yet, so let me delete this thing. So if these conditions are met and everything is okay, then you should close and then you should open the what. But if these conditions are not met, this dialog box, the login form will not close. But if it is met, all the conditions are met, then it should close. In access, this is the command button for close. Do cmd.close, do cmd.open form, and we want to open the registry. For now, we'll design the dashboard very soon. So we want to open the registry. Okay, and that's all. So we'll save our work and we'll run the form. So let's run the form in form view. So let me save it first. So when I click here, it has closed the form. It has closed you see that the form has been closed, the application has been closed. Okay, it has been closed. So let me go in. So let me open it. I'll just open it from here. Okay. Let me right click and go to design view later. Let me open it. Then I'll select the form view. So our form is working very well. So let's assume that let's enter a wrong username and see the feedback it will give to us. Okay, let me check this. There's an error somewhere. So we are getting some error. So compile error, else if, else without if. Okay, so I'll need to put some code here. So and if, and if, and if. Let me run and see. So still else without if. What could be wrong? What could be wrong? Let me check. Okay, I'll check the error. Okay, so you see that this and if supposed to be here, which so when I delete this and if, it will work now. So let me save my work and see the magic. Okay, let me do that correction. It's supposed to be password. That's what I've used. So let me click on OK. Now it will tell me that username not found, because that username is not found on the table. Let me save my work. So now the work is, the codes are going to work perfectly. So you see that the password was correct. Look at the password. The password was not correct. You see, and the username is not correct. So immediately we click, you say what? Username not found. So let me see. Let me use the username that I use over there. Okay, let me click on login. Let me see. Let me debug that. Okay, let me check something. Else if now dlookup user password. Okay, if you look at the line of codes that are here, let me stop the codes. Let me stop running the codes. Let me stop running the code. Let me open the TB. Let me close this one. Let me open the. Okay, you use username. So we're supposed to use username, password. Look at what I've written. So let's do that correction. There should be. Okay. I believe now it's supposed to work. So let's save our work and let's go and open our login. So I'll click on design. I'll make it to open design view. Then I'll later. I want to see that the codes are working well. Everything is working well. So let me enter some 1, 2 over here and let's click on OK. It will give me that same error. Okay, I believe these things are not supposed to be there. Let me remove it. Sorry, let me undo this one. Let me remove these ones. So let me save. Yes, please. Yeah. So let me go back and run the form again. Okay, see that password was not found. Okay, I did a mistake in the coding process. If you look at where the table that I use now, the details, the field name is username and then password. I don't use user. I didn't add user. I didn't add user dash username, and I was referencing it in the code. So that's why it's giving us that error. So we are all learning together. Okay, we are all learning. So let's check everything to see it's perfect. So immediately I click on it says password not found. So let me add the correct password. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and let me click on login. Then it will open the registry form. So because we didn't design the data, the dashboard, the dashboard is where we put all the menu. Okay, we'll design a dashboard or what is called a navigation bar or navigation menu. So for now we are using this, for example. So it means our codes are working very well. So let's close it and see. Let's now click on the login again, and then let's enter wrong details and see how it goes. Let's click on clear to see if it will clear. It has clear for us. Let's enter wrong password. Let's enter wrong password and correct and see. It will give us password not found, invalid password. So let me enter the correct password and see, and I'll make this one. It will still give us, it will bypass that. So that's good. So everything is working well by well. So save your work. In our next lesson, as I've told you in the group, I've told us what we'll be doing next in the group. This question, please, if anyone has the formula for the academic year, kindly send it to me. I cannot find it. How are you able to? I believe you're able to get the class. By this time, I don't expect you to ask this question. I'm sorry if I offend you by saying this. The purpose of the class is to equip us with the knowledge on how to even come by writing formulas. So you should be able to come by writing your formula on how to find the academic year. It should not be an issue. It should not be an issue. I personally saw this message and then I ignore it. Yes, I want you to think outside the box and produce that same reply. I believe there was one aspect of the class whereby I did some of the things and I asked you to you yourself to complete it. We taught you, I believe we were taught how to go by writing expression for all these things. You use the do lookup to call the academic year from the table, from the table that you have named. Okay. So I say, give me some time. I promise we will finish this week. Yeah, that's perfectly true. That's perfectly true. All of you are doing very well. You're doing very well. So in few days we'll finish. We'll finish this week. So I left with the dashboard and then some few lines of course. Okay. Thank you very much. See you in class soon.